And
This
all present
conference
for the
will now be
session.
recorded.
Good evening to all present for the session, today's session. I hope everybody have joined. If you have not joined, please make sure you join quickly. So yesterday we had completed a few concepts of Excel, and of course one or two had some issues regarding the sorting function, which will be clarified for you at a later stage. So I'll just continue with a new topic. Okay, so all of you, if it's if you're all logged in, just open your Excel file which I had sent yesterday, the basic and the advanced Excel file. So make sure it's ready with you. Okay, and there you're going to take the sheet of advanced filter, which is given as ADV filter there. So just open that sheet. I'll just share the screen with you. I hope my screen is visible to all of you. Okay. Right. So please make sure you have opened this screen. Okay. So we'll go back to the column sorting. Let's do with the concept of advanced filter. Okay. So before going to the advanced filter, let me explain you how the basic filter works in your Excel. Okay. How I showed you for sorting, in the same way, I will also show you how the basic filter works before we explore what is the concept of advanced filter. So I'll take a new sheet here. So here I'll just take these marks off. Okay. Yeah. So here I've just copy pasted the contents of your sum sheet. So here I've got the name of the students and the marks obtained by each student with regard to English, Maths, and Spanish. So here how I can apply the basic filters and I can get my results. Okay. So here now see, for English, Maths, and Spanish, as well as in for the name column, I can apply filters. Fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all the four columns and I'm going to apply filters here. Okay, so I'm going to select all the four columns. In my home tab, as I've shown you yesterday, we have sort and filter function. So there you have, after sorting, custom sorting, you have is the concept of filter. So just click on that filter option and you can see we have here a drop down menu for name, English, Maths, and Spanish columns. So this is how you're going to apply the filters. I'll repeat it again. I'm having this database which I've copy pasted from the previous sheet where your sum function had been discussed. So here for all these four columns, how do I apply the filters? So I'll just select all the four columns and then Go to home. In your home tab, you have sort and filter option. Click on that sort and filter and click on the filter option there. So you can apply 4 filters here. Okay. Now here, let's say if I come to the name column, I'll just click on that filter. So here I can arrange my data in the alphabetical order. Okay. So I have John, Mark, Neil, and Max, right? So I I can mark it in the alphabetical order. So if I give it as A to Z, this is how I can mark my data. So accordingly, your marks would also be changed. So like this, you can put up. Okay. So once you have applied filters, if you can just see there's an arrow mark here which is being put up. So if you have not applied filters, you have only the drop down menu like this. But if you have applied filters, this is how it is going to appear here. So you can make out the changes when you have applied filters and when you have not applied filters. Okay. So like this, I can arrange my data in the alphabetical order. Accordingly, the marks is also going to get changed. So it was like this, right? My data. So moment I apply filters to arrange my data in the alphabetical order from A to Z, it will be arranged. So this is how I can apply filters. Now let's say I come to the English column. Okay. And here I want to apply the number filters. I'll click on the number filters and I'll select greater than. I'll select greater than and I get a custom auto filter here, custom filters. How you did your custom sorting? Here also we have custom filters. So here I want the values in English which is greater than 50 and I'll give it as OK. So which means what? Only John and Neil have got more than 50. They have secured more than 50 in English. Okay. So this is how I can filter my data. So I'll repeat it again. Now this is the original data what I'm having. John has secured 80 in English. Mark has secured 38 in English. Max has secured 44 in English. Neil has secured 91 in English. Okay. So I just want to filter the data and find out who has taken more than 50 in English. So what I'm going to do is now I've already applied filters to each and every column here for this data. So I'm just going to click on this drop down menu, okay, of English. Just click on this and I'm going to go to the number filters here. I'll click on that number filters and here I will select the criteria as greater than. Okay, I will select the criteria as greater than and again I'm going to get a dialog box by name custom auto filter. So here I have to put the criteria. Accordingly, it will filter my data. So it's greater than 50 and I'll give it as OK. So it will filter and it will give me the result that only John and Neil have secured more than 50 in English. And let me give you a very important, information here. Now to the column for which I have applied filters, you have to keep your focus on that column itself. Don't look at the maths column and the Spanish column because they don't give you the correct result. Though we might see changes in maths and Spanish column, but the column to which we have applied filters, only that column is one which will give you the correct result. Now see, maths you have 36 and 40 which is below 50 itself, and Spanish again it is wrong. So to the column for which you have applied filters, only that column has to be considered, not the neighboring columns. Okay, I'm talking about the numerical part. So like this you can apply filters, and how you can remove filters is again if you click on that drop down menu here you have clear filter from English. So if you just click on this clear filter, you are again back to the original database. So So this is how we can apply filters. So same way, if I'm applying for maths, again same thing. Let's say I go to the number filters. I say I want to know who has got less than 45. So less than 45, three people, which is John, Max, and Neil. Okay. So in this way, we can put up the basic filters in the Excel sheet. Okay. So now, suppose I don't want John, Mark, Max, and Neil. I only want Marks and Max. Marks means, again, I'm going to click here, remove John and remove Neil and give OK. So I can see only Marks sheet and the and Max student sheet. I'm not going to see the marks of all the students here. Okay. So like this, I'm going to filter my data. If I want everybody's, I'll put a tick mark. I'll give us OK. Like this. Okay. The same way you can also experiment for the Spanish column as well. And these two I will show you, small sort, smallest to largest, largest to smallest. How we did for sorting, right, from A to Z, Z to A, and custom sorting. In the same way, for this also we can do. Okay, so like this, in this way you can apply the custom filters for this data. Now coming back to that ascending and the descending, or let's say I'm having the numbers here. Let me copy paste these numbers only. Okay, I'm having here. I'll select this. Okay, I say apply filters. So here, I give the title as marks, and I'll just give here as please arrange my data from smallest to largest. So I get the data like this. Okay, ascending order. If I want the descending order means go to largest to smallest. Like this, I can apply the filters, basic filters for an Excel database. And how we can remove these filters? Just select the data for which you have already applied filters, go to sort and filter, and just go to clear filter. This is one. You're going to clear that criteria. After that, just again click on that filter option, it will go off. So hope this concept of basic filter is clear for all of you. Okay. In case if you have any doubts, you can let me know. So shall we proceed with the concept of advanced filters now? Hope the basic filter is clear for you. We'll go on for the advanced filter. Right. So let's start with the concept of advanced filter. database, and this we are going to use it, okay, to apply the advanced filters based on the criteria which I have given here. We have three cases. Now the first one we have is this Park Plaza. Now we are going to filter the the data where we can only find Park Plaza and the amount of revenue generated is more than 70,000. Okay, so for this we cannot apply the basic filters, rather you have to apply the advanced filters. So how do we do this? Now just imagine manually if you are supposed to do it. Kolkata Park Plaza we have, again we go to Gurgaon, we have Park Plaza. That if we keep on searching, how much time it will take for us to filter this data. Wherever we have Park Plaza more than 70,000 as revenue, we're going to remove that and we're going to make a list separately. So it'll take a lot of time for us. So just see the list. How huge is the list? Now within a couple of seconds, if I want to filter the data according to the criteria to match my criteria, how do I do it? See, here you're going to select this column, G column, and I'm here in G8 or in any cell, it doesn't matter. Now here, okay, now here come to your data tab, home tab, insert tab, draw page to your formulas you have, and after formulas you have this is your data. Okay, and in your data tab we have the concept of sort and filter here. In home, of course, you have the basic functioning there. In data you have the elaborated one. So here if you can observe, in your sort and filter you have sorting here, and here you have the filter option, and there you're having is advanced filter. I hope all of you have got this. And here click on this advanced filter. Automatically it will select the data. Okay, moment you select it, uh, moment you select the option as advanced filter, it will select your data, your raw data. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get this small dialog box as advanced filter. Okay, there you're going to select copy to another location, because we can't filter and we can't put up in the same place. It's not possible. So we're going to set the option as copy to another location. Just click on that, copy to another location. Okay, once you move on to that, the list range, of course, is from A7 to correct E262. What is the criteria? The criteria is this. We are going to select this criteria. Okay, and where you want the filtered data to appear, it is somewhere here. Okay, and then give it as OK. One second. So you're going to do this. So here you're going to get your problem solved. So you can just see or the list where we have only Park Plaza and the revenue generated is more than 70,000. We're going to get the updated list. I hope all of you have got this answer. Yes, please work on it. If you're in case if you're Not sure if you've not understood, I will repeat it again. The concept of advanced filters. If you have done, let me know. Or if you're doing it, you can take some time and you can do the advanced filter option, where you have to get the revenue more than 70,000 of only park plazas. Yes, Ananya, I'll repeat it for you. Yes, I'll repeat it. Okay, so that's what. Now see, I'm having this data, right, where I'm having the revenue generated for or with respect to all these branches situated in different cities. Okay, so what you're going to do here is, now based upon the client and wherever the location has been put up as park plaza, and where we have the revenue generated more than 70,000, we are going to filter the data. Okay, so we have here in India where we have the setup in various cities, right, of all these industries. Okay, and the location being park plaza, we're going to filter the data. So we have from Titan Industries. So just look at the list here which I've shown you earlier. So it's a Is my voice audible to all of you? Okay. So hope you've got this case one. I hope it's clear for the ones who understand this, the concept of advanced filter. Yes. So hope this concept is clear. Are you able to solve case one of advanced filter? Good. Still you're having doubts. I think two of you have asked. Right. So in case if you're clear with the case one, why don't you try out for case two and case three? Why don't you make a try and get the answers? Okay. So it is similar to case one, case two and case three. You can give a try and you can get the answer. Same. This was your case one. So if you again take case two the same way. Here we have given one, Park Plaza. Here we have given two, Kolkata and Gurgaon. So same thing, you can do it. Just again go to this option of advanced filters. Okay. And here you can select the cell, give the reference. You can also take a new place. Anything would work. So here you can give the criteria. This is your criteria, right? And here again the cell referencing can be given. Yeah. So here with regard to Kolkata and Gurgaon, you're going to get the data sorted out. That's all. So here there's no like revenue value we have given here. We only given that concern to Park Plaza and Shantiniketan of only Kolkata and Gurgaon. We want the data to be filtered. The same way you can also go with case 3. So please solve all the 3 cases of advanced filters. In case if you're having doubt, you can put up in the chat box. So kindly solve all the 3 case studies. What is the doubt you're having, Shruti? Can you explain again? You want me to explain the entire concept? I think I've repeated once. You want me to repeat it again? What, ma? Yeah, advanced filter only. I've repeated. Okay, fine. I'll repeat it again for you, Shruti. You can just look at the table here. Now see, here we have one more case. Okay, where see here we are going to have here two locations. One is Park Plaza and one more we have Shantiniketan. So we want to filter out the revenue generated only for Park Plaza, which is amounting for more than 70,000, which is coming to more than 70,000, and the revenue generated for Shantiniketan, again, which is coming up for more than 50,000. This is my criteria. Okay. Now, based on this, I'm going to filter my data and going to get the favorable result or the desired result. So what I'm going to do, I have to select a place where I want the filtered data to be put up. So I'm going to come here and go to the data tab, and you have the concept of advanced filters. One second. Okay, advanced filters. So moment I select the advanced filter, my raw data will be automatically selected considering the revenue generated with respect to different clients and the with locations which is being put up there. And here you're going to give the criteria properly. So just you need not select the list range. List range is already automatically selected. Criteria, you're going to select it. So you're going to erase the old one, and here you're going to put up the criteria which I've given here. Okay, so I'll select this criteria here. So criteria has been set. Then I'm going to select the option copy to another location. Okay, and here to which location Excel is asking. So you have to confirm the location where you're going to put up. So here I'll select the location. Okay, and I'll just give it as okay. So I got the revenue generated with respect to Park Plaza and Shantiniketan, grossing more than 70 and more than 50. So that time what I discussed was the basic filter. This is the advanced filter which I have shown you with respect to all the three cases. Hope it's clear, Shruti. If your audio is not working, you have to log out and you have to log in again. Fine. So if you have understood, it's fine. So you can just solve all the three cases and you can complete the concept of advanced filter, all of you. So the ones who have not done, make sure you have completed the cases, all the three cases. So shall we move on to the next topic? Have all of you completed? If you're still doing it, you can just work it out. Fine. So we shall move on to the next topic now. So after advanced filter, we have the concept of referencing and VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Fine. So what I'm going to do is I am going to first finish off your lookup functions and then I'm going to go to the cell referencing at the last. Cell referencing and column sorting. These two functions have to be finished for you. So first let me go to the lookup functions. So we have two kinds of lookup functions. We have this is VLOOKUP and we have this is your HLOOKUP. V stands for vertical lookup and H stands for horizontal lookup. Based on the rows and columns we set to define for a database, we're going to get the result when it comes to your lookup functions. Now here I've got a criteria, okay, and for that particular criteria I want to get the result. Now in this case I have given the employee the list of all the employees IDs, the name of the employees, the gender, and the age of the employees. So if you just see the employee database, okay, let us not see the criteria first. We'll look at the raw data here. We've got the names of different employees. Of all the employees, we've got the names. Okay, in the corresponding column towards the left, we have got their IDs, employee IDs we have got, and here towards the right we have their genders and their age. Okay, this is the data we are having with us. Now using this database we are going to get the what do you say, the result for this criteria what is being put up here. Now we have got here three employee IDs. Okay, now for these three employee IDs we have to find out the name of the employee whose ID is this and the age of that employee. So both we have to find. We have to find out the name as well as we have to find out the age. Okay. So and for this we are going to apply the vertical lookup function. So vertically we are going to what we are going to define. We are going to arrange our data. Okay. If it is in a horizontal way, we are going to go for the H lookup, horizontal lookup. So we are going to cover the data in the horizontal manner. But if I go to the vertical lookup, it will be in this way. So in this fashion, we are going to define the data. Okay. So let's start with the first one. I'll come to the name equals to VLOOKUP. So moment you select that particular function, you have the definition being defined in a phenomenal way. See, if I select the VLOOKUP, it will define your function here itself. So what does VLOOKUP mean? As I've told you, it looks for a value in the leftmost column of a table and then returns a value in the same row from a column which you specify. And by default, the table must be sorted in an ascending order. Of course, the arrangement is very important. It plays a crucial role. If it is placed in proper order, you get the desired result. So here I'm going to select the VLOOKUP function. Double click on that. Now what is the criteria for which you have to get the result? The criteria is your employer ID. So you're going to select this employee ID first, comma, and now you have to select the raw data now. How you did for the advanced filters, in the same way you have to do here as well. Now in the case of advanced filter, we had the raw data covered first, and then we had the criteria, and then we had the place where we had to put up the filter result. But here the positions interchange, but the effect remains the same. So here, first we're going to select the criteria, which is the employee ID. Then afterwards, we're going to select the table consisting of the database. So here we're going to select from the employer ID. Don't select from the serial number because serial number is not a part of this. Okay, of this database. So yes, comma, Now, in which column we have the name of the employees? The name of the employees in which column? This is the first column. Now I have selected from the employee ID till the age, the table. So in this table has four columns now. In this table of four columns, the first column is the employee ID, the second column is name, third column is gender, fourth column is the age. Okay, so the first column is employee ID, which is already here. Now what is the result I have to get? I have to get the name of the employee. So name comes in the second column. So you have to count your columns, and number 2 you have to type here, because second column considers the names, comma. Now if you have to get the true result, you have to give as false, because false denotes exact match, while true in Excel denotes approximate match. So here you have to give it as false. I'll repeat it again. If you have to get the exact match, the perfect result, you have to type as false here. Okay, suppose if you're going to want an approximate match, you have to give it as true. Okay, so after you type false, using the shift key, close the brackets and press enter. So you got the name of the employee. So it was Hobbs Patsy's employee ID 9821181333. So this employee ID belonged to Hobbs Patsy. So this is how we are going to use the VLOOKUP function. Okay. In the same way, we can also define the age. See, equals to VLOOKUP. Again, select the criteria employee ID, comma. Now select this entire table from employee ID to age, comma. Now age will come in the fourth column. First column, second column, third column, and the fourth. So fourth is the age, comma. Again, it is false. Shift key, close the brackets, and press enter. Of course, Hobbs and Patsy, 21 years. You just cross check yours here. Correct? So it is 21. In the same way, you can do for the next two as well. Hope the first one is clear. Okay. So you're going to do the rest. Anyways, I'll repeat it again for the ones whom it was not clear. See, I go for the second one, equals to VLOOKUP. Select the criteria first, comma. Now select the entire table from email ID till age, comma. Name is in the second column, comma, and it is false. Yes, it is Swan and Trina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And again, the age also equals to So the last one also the same way. You can try. You can finish off all the three. So what answer you've got for the last one? You can put up in the chat box name and the age. Put up at the top itself, but still take a try. It is Thomas. So equals to we look up, comma. Again, select the entire table. Criteria first, then the database, comma. Age is in the fourth column. False. 32. Okay. So this we're going to solve the VLOOKUP function here. Now I'll show you a simple VLOOKUP function. Okay. This we have here. Here only I'll show you. Now let's say we have the um, fruits. Okay. And against it I'll also put up the price per kg. This one approximate one. Okay. Now here, this is a simple VLOOKUP function which I'm showing you. I've got the list of fruits and the price per kg. Now here, I'll put now how we have got the employee ID here. No, here I'm going to put one particular name outside the database. Let's say I'm going to put up mango, and here equals to VLOOKUP equals to VLOOKUP. First, you're going to select this mango, and then you're going to select this entire table, comma. Again, so the prices appear in column 2. So it will be 2, comma, and it will be false. So what happens is you're going to get the price as 100. Now I'm going to swap or change from mango to grapes. So will I get this result of grapes? Absolutely yes. So the lookup functions are highly useful. Almost all functions are very useful, but this is how it works actually. Now if I take papaya, I get the rate of papaya as well. So like this you can see your VLOOKUP function. So all of you have solved the cases, all the three? Yes, where you've got the age and the name of the employees. Good. It's pretty good. So after we look up, we're going to move to the H lookup. So we look up for a vertical, in a vertical way, we're going to select the data. This is in a horizontal way, that's it. All the other operations remain the same. Now please go to the next sheet, which is having H lookup there. Please be in the next sheet of H lookup. So here we have two companies, company names, and we have blue and pink. This is the criteria. Now, if you observe the table, okay, we have the names of the companies and the sales made with respect to every company and the cost which is involved for making the sales. So we have company name orange, red, blue, pink, and black. So we've got the revenue generated with respect to every company and the cost to generate that revenue. Okay, so now horizontal way how the table appears, I have shown you here. So sorry, vertical way, this is a horizontal way how you're seeing the table. So if you have to apply the HLOOKUP function, you cannot apply for this. Rather, you have to apply the HLOOKUP function for the table like this. For this, it will not, your results will not be obtained. This is a table for which you're going to get the result. Okay. So the first one, now here, for company name blue, we have to determine the cost of sales or cost of goods sold. Okay, so how we're going to do is in the same way how you did your VLOOKUP function equals to H lookup, horizontal lookup. So select the H lookup function. Okay, and select the criteria first, blue, comma. Now select the entire table, not this table, but this table, comma. And now the cost appears in which row? That I was saying columns. Now I'm telling it as rows. So company name is the first row, sales in the second row, cost is in the third row. So it will be 3, comma, false. Yes, so the cost is 9,400. Correct? The same way you can also determine for pink equals to H lookup, select pink, comma, select this entire table, comma, row is 3, comma, it's false. It is 400. Like that. So I hope all of you have got this result. It just work out for both the cases. Yes, are you done with the concept of H lookup? Yes. In case if you're unable to understand, have any doubts with regard to H or V lookup, you can put up in the chat box. So if you have done, then I'll move on to the next concept, which is your cell referencing. Fine. So move on to the next concept, which is cell referencing. So before we look up, you have the sheet here, right? Right. That's something but cell referencing. Fine. So this cell referencing is a concept where we are going to get the result, okay, by freezing one particular cell. So it is a common cell to get my result. Okay. So now in this, in we have two cases here, case 1 and case 2 of potential sales. Now we have to apply a discount of 5% on the sales made to all these clients, that is ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, Kotak Bank, yes, SBI, and Citibank. Okay. Now we have to calculate the discount with respect to all our clients, which is been given here. Okay. So how we are going to do this equals to, so you're going to come to this discount column. You've got the amount here. You're going to come to the discount column equals to. Now, in the usual way, how you can do this, or how will you calculate the discount actually? Before I start, I just want to ask you, if I have to calculate the discount value, how I'm going to do this in case of this in a general way. So what is the how, like, what step I'm going to adopt here? At least one of you can answer this. Yes, it is 12,000 into 5%. Correct. So I'm going to say it is around 12,000 into 5%. So equals to 12,000 into sign and then 5%. Correct. I press enter and I get the value as 600. So 600 is the discounted value with respect to the ICICI Bank. Now, with respect to the other banks, how I'm going to get the result according to you all? Now, for one, I have got. Now, for the rest, if I have to get, usually what step will be taken here? I've already taught you this. So, want the answer from your side. Now, for the first one, I've got as 600. But for the rest, if I have to get the answer, now what I'm going to do? What step I'm going to adopt here? Yes. Can I have the answer from your side? Yes, I'm going to drag it. Correct? I'm using the autofill series or fill handle series to get my result. Fine. I will adopt that same method. I'm going to select 600. I'm going to drag. What is this? Oh my god, I'm getting 000 for the HDFC Access Bank and Kotak Bank. I'm getting one value, I know, as a message for Yes Bank, some value for SBI and Citibank. But is this result correct? No. So, what are we going to do here? So, when it comes to such kind of an issue, we cannot use that autofill series or auto completion series, or how we call it as a fill handle series. We cannot drag it for this. Okay, it's not applicable in every situation. So here is a place where we are going to use this cell referencing. Okay, so how do we use that cell referencing? Now for ICICI Bank, we have calculated the discount value, right? Now here we have to calculate the discounted value with respect to every bank. Now in this calculation, which is the common cell? Is it are no are these values are common, or the discount percentage is common? Which is common here? Is it 5% or these values? So which is a common cell which we are going to refer again and again? If you see this database, it is 5%. Pretty good. Fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to freeze that 5% cell, because we're going to use it frequently now and then to get the result. So equals to, here again, if I calculate this, again I have to multiply and I have to get the result. So I'm not going to do that. Rather, I'm going to go back to the previous cell, double click, I get this calculation being opened. Now here, as I've told you, the common cell is B6. B6 will have the amount as 5%. So here you're going to freeze the B6 cell. So how to freeze is, keep your cursor here and then press F4. Now in your laptops, if you're using only F4, it's fine. Otherwise, you can use Fn and F4. Because few laptops, if you're using directly F4, it will work. Otherwise, you can use Fn and F4. And press enter. This is how you're going to freeze the cell. And now if you're going to drag for the rest of the columns, will you be able to get the desired result? Yes. So I'll repeat it again. So you've got the answer like this. Yes. So double click on this 600. Okay. And here nothing will appear, right? So it's not been freezed. It'll something appear like this for you, correct? So here you're going to press F4 to freeze your B cell. You cannot keep your cursor in B11 stage, because B11 you're not freezing, you're freezing this 5% cell, correct, which is B6. See, B6. So B6 is what you have to freeze. So you have to keep your cursor here, not there, and then you're going to press F4. F4 is used to freeze. So one time you're going to press F4 and then press enter. And then your B6 cell is freezed. And now after you freeze a cell, you're going to drag it. And you get the result for all the other data as well. Clear? If you have any doubts, let me know. I'll put up the sheet again so they can just cross check the answers. Good. If you're doing it, you can just cross check the answer. Fine. So shall we? I hope all of you have got it. We'll move on to the next case. Same one, but here we have multiple discounts. Now for one column you have made, you have to calculate for the rest of the columns, but you have to be a little careful here. Okay, so here Again the same thing, we have got the amounts for with respect to different clients. Okay, and here, right, so here we are also have to calculate discounts, but we have your 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%. So how you're going to do here, equals to, you're going to select the cell 12,000 into, again it is 5%. So you're going to press enter, you're going to get 600. But here again the common cell is what in this case? So actually, to be frank, now here you have both. Okay, so here you have both, because in this case your B cell of course is common here, because you keep on considering this to calculate the discounted value, as well as here again your C column, that is your percentage level, is common here. So you have to freeze both. So how you're going to do is your B cell and C both you have to freeze. So what you're going to do, double click on this, first come to B, and then you're going to press both. You can do it together, but still like this also you can do it. So I've freezed here. Okay, now both 28 and B we're not going to freeze, we're going to freeze only B. So just select B, yes, because only B cell here. Okay, and you come to the C1. So here again press F4, and now you press enter, so that both the cells are being freezed. Now if you drag, you can get the results for all the columns. You need not to sit and calculate for every column. So you can just drag here, see, like this you're going to get. I'll repeat it again. Okay, fine. So here we have equals to, first you're going to calculate it. 12,000 into 5% and press enter. You've got the result here. Okay. And after this, now here, so you have B28 and you have a C25. Correct. So B and C both are being now and then, or rather I can say both of them are commonly used here. Here at least we had only one, which is 5%, but here we have two. So in this two, you're only considering your column here, which is B and your C. So now what you're going to do is you're going to double click here, first come to B and only freeze B here. Only freeze the B. So you're going to press F4 once, twice, and thrice. So third time you're going to stop. So only you're going to freeze B, and again C you're going to freeze. That's all, not the value. So here free, and then press enter. Like this you're going to get. Freeze B and freeze C. And press enter. That's it. And now you're going to drag it. That's it. So like this, you're going to use cell referencing in respect of one cell and in respect of multiple cells. No, it is alternative for F4. Why, Nidhi? FN. No, actually, in case your laptops are not working, if you press only F4, we can press FN, F4 together. Because in few laptops, only F4 are working. In few laptops, if you press FN key, next to control key, you have the FN key, Nidhi. So press FN and F4 together. Otherwise, you can first you try pressing only F4. If it doesn't work, press FN and F4 together. Because each laptop varies, depending upon the design and the make. So you can just check it out. First, you press only F4. 90% it will work. Otherwise, you can use FN and F4 together. So that is the key which we're going to use to freeze a cell. Hope it's clear, Nidhi. Yeah, fine, good. So hope all of you have got the values for you for yourself. You can just cross check here in case if you're still working. So this is the answer for you. You can just cross check if you're still working on that. So almost you have completed all the concepts except the column sorting, which you will do it along with your time value of money. Yes. So any doubts you're having, anything you want me to ask, you can ask me. You want to ask me, you can ask me, ask your doubts. So the last concept will be clear for your next class, which is your column sorting, as well as few of you hadn't got the custom filters. So both the things will be sorted out, and then I'll be beginning with the new concept, which is your time value of money. So once you are familiar with all these concepts, it will be easy to build your financial module case studies. So I'm not going in a very, in a very in a rapid way, because now in a consistent way, if you complete the concepts, afterwards these concepts will be steady for you to build up your financial models. So hope till here all the concepts are clear. Okay, so just give a practice once, so that before you before we begin with the time value of money tomorrow and few two concepts which are being left in Excel, you're like completely you have revised these concepts, so it'll be better for you to learn the new concepts. Okay, so I hope everything is clear for you. So I'll meet you up in the next session. Thank you all.